Welcome back students. So from today onward we starting new chapter, that's electromagnetic induction or EMI. Okay, yes, let's start it. So in this chapter we will be learning, in short I already discussed with you that if you have a wire, okay, and it's placed inside a magnetic field, what magnetic field? Changing magnetic field. Okay, then what happen? Current will be induced here. Okay, in short I have told you this. We will learn this completely today. Okay, let's start. So before we start, what is EMI? We discuss some term. So one term is called magnetic flux. Like we have learned electric flux, exactly same way we have what? Magnetic flux. We represent by what? Phi symbol. Okay, like in electric flux, what we have learned, what is the definition of electric flux? The number of the electric field lines crossing a unit area. Exactly same definition word here. What is magnetic flux? Is a number of magnetic field lines, okay, field lines crossing a unit area. Okay, some area is given to you, then how many number of the field lines, magnetic field lines are passing through that area, that's called what you are simply flux. Okay, so how we give flux? Flux is given by a formula is called NBA cos theta. NBA cos theta, where n is the number of turns. Generally we'll talk about the closed loops. Okay, so number of turns will be given, not given, no problem. Okay, number of turns. B is what? Your magnetic field, how much magnetic field you have, and A is what? Your area of cross section that you're talking. Okay, area of loop, you simply say. Okay, now important is what? Theta. What is cos theta? Before that, let me write this in vector form. How you write in vector form? You write phi is equal to what? B dot A, scalar product of what? Magnetic field and area. Number of turns you can put outside is given, right? Yes. So dot product of magnetic field to area, that's what your phi. So this angle is the angle between what? This vector magnetic field lines, direction of magnetic field lines, and area vector. So this angle is what? Angle between magnetic field lines, their direction, and what? Very important, area vector. And we know that area vector is what? Always perpendicular to your area, right? Let me draw a picture. Suppose this is your magnetic field. Okay, this is the direction of magnetic field B. Okay, and I put a loop here, any type of circular loop. Okay, like this type of loop. Then what is the area vector for this loop? A line perpendicular to what? This area, right? Yes. So suppose this is a line which represent what? Your area vector. Okay, I write a unit vector like this one. Okay, then what is the angle between this area vector and that magnetic field? This is what? Your theta, cos theta. Okay, yes. So it's the angle between area vector and what? Magnetic field lines direction, right? It's very important. Okay, so few more things about what magnetic flux. If you talk, magnetic flux is what? Scalar, not vector, right? You see here dot product of B dot A. So scalar product gives answer is a scalar only. Okay, so magnetic field, so the magnetic flux is what? Is a scalar quantity. Okay, yes. Okay, then look here. What's the unit of magnetic field? Magnetic flux unit. What is unit? SI unit. Let we write first properly. SI unit. What is SI unit? It's called Weber, or just W, right? Weber. CGS unit or another unit is called what? It's called Maxwell. And we have relation, how they are related. So it's nothing but 1 Weber is simply equal to 10 power 8 Maxwells. Okay, 1 Weber is what? How much? 10 power 8 Maxwell, or you say 1 Maxwell is what? 10 power minus 8 Weber Maxwell. Okay, so Weber is a big unit, SI unit. So once more you understood here, angle is between what? Magnetic field line direction and the area vector. Area vector is what? A direction perpendicular to what? Your area. Suppose this board is what? Your area, then this will be your area vector, right? Yes. So if you watch carefully, you want to know that some area is given and when the flux is maximum, when flux is minimum. Okay, suppose you say that if your phi, that angle phi is how much? 0 degree, right? Phi is what? 0 degree. Okay, then you know that your flux becomes what? Maximum. Then flux is what? Your maximum, right? Because cos 0 means what? 1. What's the meaning of this? When angle is 0 degree between magnetic field and what? Area vector. So what's the angle between what? Your magnetic field direction and area? Listen carefully. What's the meaning of 0 degree? 0 degree means what? Your field lines, okay? Magnetic field lines are perpendicular to what? Your area just. This is what, suppose this is your board, okay? And magnetic field lines are like this one, okay? Perpendicular to this board. So perpendicular to what? Your area, or you say plane, okay? Anything like that, right? In that case, the angle between magnetic field and area vector will be what? 0 degree. Listen carefully. This board is what? Your area. This is what? Your area vector, outward and towards you. Then I am saying magnetic field lines are perpendicular to this area, means again like this way outward. So angle between the area vector and what? Magnetic field lines is what? 0 degree. In that case, we have maximum flux. So when the field lines are what? Like perpendicular to what? Area. This is your area and these are the field lines. Then you get maximum flux, okay? So plane is what? Perpendicular to what? Field lines. Okay. If you write opposite, if theta is what? 90 degree, correct? Then phi is what? Your 0, correct? Flux becomes 0. What's the meaning of this? How you have placed them? Theta is the angle between again magnetic field and area vector. So suppose I am saying this is what? Your plane, right? And field lines are like this way, right? Parallel to what? This area itself. And this is what? Your area vector. Area vector is outward here, field lines are on board only. So angle between the area vector and what? Your field line is what? 90 degree, right? So in this case, what happens? You have no flux, means these lines are not crossing this area, right? Na? Yes. So, so 0 in this case. How you say that? How this plane? How the plane is and the magnetic field are there? So magnetic field lines are parallel to what? Plane. So they are not crossing the plane or the area. So there is no magnetic flux. So how you say? Field lines are parallel to what? Area, or you say plane, or they are in the plane, right? Na? Then no flux will be produced, correct? Okay. So you understood what is the basic formula here? NBA cos theta, number of turns you can have. Okay, magnetic field, area and angle between them, vector form also understood. Direct simple question can be asked here, okay. And SI unit CGS and I discussed, and when the flux is maximum and flux is what? Minimum, okay. Okay, now we will talk some rules here which gives what? Induction, like we are learning the chapter name is what? Electromagnetic induction, okay. So look here, so these are called what? Faraday's laws. So first I am writing Faraday's first law. First law. So what this law says that you have that any closed loop you have, any closed circuit you have, and the magnetic flux linked with that coil or that loop is changing, then what happens? An EMF is induced in that coil. You can say EMF induced, or you can say also current induced if the circuit is what? Closed, okay. Yes. So what Faraday's first law says that? It says that whenever the flux linked with a coil, or you say any closed circuit, okay, closed circuit changes and current, and also you say what? EMF, okay, will be induced. Suppose you have closed loop, then your current and EMF both are induced, because current can flow in a closed loop. You have just open loop, just like a straight wire, then only EMF is induced, right? Not current. Okay, so when a flux linked with a coil, what? Changes. What's the most important word here? Changes. The flux linked with a coil, with a circuit, any closed loop is changing, then what happens? Flux, that time what happens? EMF or your current is what? Induced. Okay, you can call that induced current or induced EMF, both will be induced, right? Yes. So changing is what? Very important. Flux should change, okay. If flux is not changing constant, then we cannot have what? Induced EMF, okay, or induced current. So this is a definition only first law, okay. Now second law gives what? A formula to calculate that how much EMF is induced. It's just like what Newton's laws. Newton's first law gives what definition of force. It says force is something which can change the state of the body, state of rest, state of motion, or what direction. Then second law gives a formula to calculate how much force is there. Exactly same thing here. First law giving that what is EMF, when EMF is induced. Then second law giving what, how much is induced. Okay. So let's talk Faraday's second law. Okay. So this formula gives a formula to calculate how much EMF is induced. So it's very simple. It says that the EMF induced, okay, or you say current induced, anything you can say, is directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to what? To rate of change of flux. Look here, remember Newton's second law, what it says? The force acting on a body is directly proportional to what? Rate of change of your linear momentum, right? F is equal to dp by dt, right? Exactly same thing here also. Look here, like there is a force. EMF is what? Electromotive force. So they are equivalent, right? Newton's law we say what? Just force word, right? Here is saying what? Electromotive force, right? So they are like say identical. Look here. So it says that EMF induced, we write small e symbol here. Normal EMF we write capital E, like in our DC chapter we have learned. So EMF induced is proportional to what? Rate of change of flux. E is equal to what? Proportional to what? d phi by dt, rate of change of flux. When you remove this sign, you put a constant, that's called E is equal to minus d phi by what? dt. So this is a basic of all topic in this chapter we learned. Everything start from here, okay? Yes. E is equal to what? Minus d phi by dt, okay? Yes. This minus sign tell you what? Direction, okay? So I will write here, okay? Somebody asks you like what is constant here? You just put what? 1 only, right? This minus sign shows direction according to what? Another law we call what? Lenz's law. So we will talk what is Lenz's law. This negative sign is coming according to what? From the Lenz's law. Lenz's law tell you what? Direction of the EMF induced or current induced. In this direction the current will flow in the given circuit, right now? Okay. So magnitude is here. So what happens when we talk numerically? We need a changing flux, right? Changing flux will produce what? Your EMF. So d phi by dt. Now look here, what is phi? You have 4 things: number of turns, magnetic field, area, and what? Cos theta. So if any one of them is changing, then you have changing flux, so EMF will be induced. So we have 4 type of numerical we'll see. Sometime number of turns can change, yes, it can change flux, so EMF will be induced. Sometime what? Magnetic field will be changing, sometime area will be changing, then sometime what? Angle will be changing. Generally angle change we'll talk in our devices, like when it learn generator or dynamo, their angle will change. Coil is there rotating inside a magnetic field constant, area constant, number of turns, so angle will be changing. We will see all these problems. So 4 ways to change your flux, correct? So 4 type of numerical we see here, or directly flux equation also they can give. So 5 total type of or pattern of questions we will see, okay? Before that, let's finish this. What is this? Look here, this minus sign I say is coming according from the Lenz's law. So Lenz's law tell you direction of the induced current, okay? In which direction the current will be induced, okay? So I am writing here Lenz's law. Okay, before I write what it says, is very important. Remember that this Lenz's law is origins from the conservation of what? Energy, okay? So I write I'm writing few word here. It comes from, or derived from, law of what? Conservation of energy. Keep in mind, conservation of what? Energy. This is very important, remember, because this was asked. So Lenz's law is according to what? Is follows what? Conservation of what? Energy principle also. So what this law says actually, okay, what this law do? It gives direction of the induced current. Let me write a few words here. It gives what? It gives direction of induced, you say current or EMF also, okay? No problem, both you can talk, okay? Yes. So what this law says now I am writing here. This says that, look here, let's again talk about what? Newton's law. First law gives definition of force. second law gives how much force, magnitude. Same thing here, first law gives, here Faraday's first law gives what, definition of EMF, that when EMF is induced. Then second law gives a formula to calculate how much induced. Third law, like when you talk Newton's, it comes from like conservation of what, your momentum only, right? Now it said for action there is equal and opposite reaction. If you give attention that we learned one important word in when we learning Newton's law, that's called what, inertia word, correct? Inertia is a property of the body due to which it opposes any change in the state. A body at rest, it want to remain at rest, because if we apply external force, then the inertia will try to what, keep the body in the state of rest. Okay, so inertia is the property due to which body want to remain in the same state only, right? It opposes any change in the state. Exactly same thing what Lenz's law is saying. Lenz's law is saying that the direction of induced current is such that it always opposes the change in the flux in the coil or field in the coil, correct? Na? Direction of the induced EMF will be in a such direction that it will try to, or it will oppose the any change that happening in the coil. Suppose flux is increasing in a coil, then your induced current will try to reduce that flux and bring it toward same flux. Or flux is decreasing somewhere, then it will try to what, increase it by producing a flux in what, same direction. So we have two possibilities. Suppose flux in a coil is what, increasing. I say this is some coil is here and flux increasing upward. Then induced current will be produced such that it will try to reduce the flux by producing a flux in what, opposite direction. Or somewhere flux is decreasing, I am saying flux is decreasing upward, then induced current will produce a flux in what, same direction upward, and it will try to what, increase the net flux. Okay, it doesn't allow any change in what, flux in the coil. Okay, so it opposes any change in the coil. So it's equivalent to what, like inertia concept in what, Newton's laws. Okay, so I'm writing here the direction of induced current, I'm saying, will be such that it always what, opposes any change in the flux linked with your circuit or your coil. Okay, yes. What's the direction of induced EMF, induced current? In the direction such that it will try to oppose any change in the flux in the coil. Flux increasing, it will try to reduce it. Flux decreasing, it will try to increase it, right? It want to keep the same. So look here, suppose I am saying if somewhere flux is increasing, somewhere I am saying like, yeah, somewhere flux is what, increasing, then what will happen? Induced current will reduce it. Okay, it will try to reduce it. How? By producing a flux in what, opposite direction. What I wrote here, if somewhere flux is increasing in a circuit, flux is increasing, then the induced current will produce a flux in what, opposite direction and try to reduce it, and vice versa. Okay, vice versa meaning you know that if somewhere flux is decreasing, then induced current will produce a flux in same direction and will try to what, increase it. Okay, yes, we will see some example here to understand like how we see practically. Look here. Okay, suppose I am talking small example here. Look here, they will ask you an exam that find direction of induced current in given situation. Okay, induced current, right? So first case I am talking like this way. Suppose they said there is a loop placed here and some current is flowing through this wire. Let's I is a constant current flowing through this, okay, wire. Some current is flowing through this wire. They are asking what is the direction of induced EMF in this coil, correct? Now look here, first most important word is what, this word, right, changing. We need a changing flux to induce what, EMF and induce current, right? If flux is not changing, no EMF is what, induced. Okay, so look here, they said a constant current is flowing through this, right? Now yes, constant current is flowing. So this what is the direction of the field produced in this loop? First is what, outward, right? But What is the main thing here? Constant current. Constant current means what? The field produced in this loop, which is I said like dot field outward, because you grabbing in your hand. Remember our last chapter. Okay, magnetic vector current, we tell the direction of magnetic field, right? Thumb shows direction, this right hand, thumb shows direction of current, then finger shows direction of the field. So when you grab this wire in your hand, fingers coming outward, thumb showing direction of current. So field is there, but this field is what? Constant. This constant current will produce what? B as a constant in this picture right now. And constant magnetic field, then your flux will be also constant because other things are given same right now. So no EMF will be induced here. So in this case, if they ask that what is EMF induced, no EMF induced, no current induced right now. Yes or no? We need a flux, changing flux, no flux changing here. Okay, no flux changing, flux remains constant here. Okay, flux is there but it's not changing. We need a changing flux, then only what? EMF is what? Induced. Okay, let's see another. Suppose I say, what is the same picture I draw like this one. This is a while loop, and I say some current is flowing here, and this current is what? Increasing constantly. Okay, increasing or decreasing. Okay, current is flowing this direction, current is what? Increasing. Now look here, this current again will produce some what? Field here. That field will be what? Outward, right? Again you grabbing in your hand like this one, fingers are coming outward, so field in this loop is what? Increasing. Now look here, current increasing, so obviously the field will increases and flux will what? Increase. So now flux is increasing outward, correct? Now watch carefully, flux increasing outward, so the induced current will produce a flux in what? Opposite direction. So the flux due to or field due to your induced current will be what? Inward. Correct? We want to know direction of current, so same hand only I am using, same rule only, this hand right hand rule, thumb shows direction of current and finger shows direction of the field. So what I am saying, the field due to this wire is what? Outward. So field due to our induced current will be what? Inward. So now check your hand, field due to our induced current is inward, so direction of current should be what? Clockwise. So because when you have, I am showing correct only, yes. No, I want what? Inward field right now. Yes, inward field means what? Correct only. Okay, so I need a clockwise current that will produce what? A inward field. Like grab in hand, this is thumb showing direction of current, so fingers are going my inward. So this is the direction of the induced current. So in this case, direction of induced current will be what? Clockwise. Yes or no? Okay, some more example. Okay, suppose this is a loop again, and I am saying current is what? Increasing that direction, or instead of current I can say something like what I am saying, it's a beam of electron is there, beam of accelerating electrons. Okay, like this, there is a beam moving in this direction with what? Accelerating electrons. Okay, suppose electrons are moving at constant speed, again they will produce constant current, so no field will be changing here, right? No field changing, no flux changing, no EMF is induced. But I am saying like accelerating or deaccelerating. Electron accelerating this direction, obviously current will produce in that direction, because direction of current is what? Opposite direction of your negative charge flow, right? Yes. So electrons are accelerating that direction, means current is increasing in what? That direction. Okay, current increasing that direction, then the field due to this current in this loop will be, this is the hand, thumb showing direction of current, fingers is what? Inward. So a cross field will be produced in this ring, in this loop. Yes or no? Now this field is what? Increasing, correct? So this field is increasing what? In inward direction in this loop. So the field due to or flux due to our induced current will be in outward, opposite direction. So how to get an outward flux here? When you grab this ring in your hand like this way, right now. So here direction of you write anti-clockwise like this way. Then your fingers comes what? Outward inside this loop. Yes or no? So direction of the induced current will be what? Anti-clockwise. Yes or no? ACW. Hope you are understanding, right? Okay, let's see some more example. Suppose this question was also asked in our exam. Look here, they said a single electron is coming, single electron, not beam. So they say that alpha particles coming, positive particles are coming, proton coming, they are accelerating, deaccelerating. If the beam is coming, beam is continuously, okay, beam coming at constant speed, then current will be constant, so flux and field will be constant, no EMF will be induced. If they are accelerating or deaccelerating, suppose I said here like accelerating, what I wrote? Accelerating, so current is increasing in that direction. If I say electron beam is what? Deaccelerating, then current is in that direction only, but current will be decreasing. Current decreasing means magnetic field inside this loop is what? Decreasing inward. So our field due to induced current will be also what? Inward. So now current becomes what? Clockwise. If suppose deaccelerating, right? Here I am giving example of single electron. One single electron only moving. So look here. Okay, so electron is first far away, now is coming close and close, so current grows in that direction, again I, right? Single electron coming from very far, right? Okay, so it's coming close and close, so current is increasing. So what initially you see the field is what? Increasing inward direction, right? Yes, field increasing inward direction. So induced current will be what? In outward direction. Direction of the field due to induced current will be what? Outward. Outward means first current will flow like anti-clockwise, right? But once the electron comes this middle point, now is crosses this point, like here this point, okay, right? Now is going what? Away. Now electron start what? Going away from this loop. Going away. Now current, direction of current is same only, that way only, but this current is now decreasing because electron is what? Going away. So current decreasing, then flux is what? Decreasing now inward. Flux decreasing inward, so the flux due to induced current will be also what? Inward. To produce inward field, now direction of current will get reversed. It will flow what? Clockwise direction. So very important, what is the answer of this question? If a single electron or single proton, any single charge particle coming from far away and crossing this loop, then direction of current in this loop will get reversed. Once it will flow clockwise, then it flows what? Anti-clockwise, depends on who is coming, okay. So what happens in this case? Direction of induced current will get reversed. Yes, once it will flow clockwise, then once it will flow what? Anti-clockwise. When it's coming close, flux increasing, now is going away, flux is what? Decreasing. So two cases will happen here, right? Yes. Okay, so hope you understood all these questions. So what I will talk, look here, apart from this like simple questions, what else they have asked that I discussed. Suppose like this one app question. Suppose this is some field given to you. I am giving 3 questions in one set itself. Let's see. Suppose this is some given field is given as a constant field. Okay, which field? Constant field. B is given as what? Constant to you, and inward is acting, okay, constant field. Now some loops are there, okay. One loop is like this one, okay, and this loop is entering into coming into the what? Your field. This loop is slowly entering this, okay, and one loop is what? Moving here, okay, inside loop, and one loop is what? Coming out of this field. 3 loops are given, loop number 1, loop number 2, loop, any shape doesn't matter, just we need a closed loop to produce what? Induced current, okay. Watch carefully, what is the direction of current in the first loop? First loop is what? Entering into the magnetic field, correct. So magnetic field inside this loop is what? Increasing. First is fully outside, no magnetic field, now small part came inside, so that much part has magnetic field, now more and more coming inside. So magnetic flux or magnetic field with this attached or linked with this loop is what? Increasing. Increasing what direction? Inward direction. So flux is increasing because coming in, okay, yes. So flux increasing, so the flux due to induced current will be what? Opposite. So induced current flux will be what? Outward. So how to get outward flux in this, okay, or outward field? Like you have to grab in your hand. So direction of current in this will be what? Anti-clockwise. ACW, right? Tell me. Okay, let's check this case. Here this loop is coming out of the magnetic field. So magnetic field inside this loop is what? Decreasing. So flux attached or flux linked with this loop is what? Decreasing. Flux decreasing in what direction? Inward direction. So our induced current will produce, it will help it by producing a flux what? In same direction, inward direction. So inward direction we want flux, direction of current should be what? Obviously clockwise, CW. Here is anti-clockwise, here is what? Clockwise, because here flux increasing inward, we want outward flux due to induced current. Here flux decreasing, so we also want flux in same direction due to induced current, right? Now what happened to third loop? Here is moving completely inside a magnetic field, right now? Fully. So here magnetic field linked with this is what? Not changing, constant magnetic field. So in this case, loop number 2, no EMF will be induced, no current will be induced. Yes or no? Hope you understood now this, okay? So now we're talking next point. Look, apart from induced current, like induced EMF, what they can ask you: induced current, induced charge, they can ask you like power, and sometimes they can ask you like induced electric flux field also. So I am writing all this small point. So these are called induced parameters. Okay, induced parameters. Okay, so once more, first thing you know that induced EMF already you know. So E is equal to what? Minus d phi by dt. We have understood this is the equation. Okay, yes. So phi we have to put, which is n dA cos theta. Something will be changing. I will give all numerical example based on this. Okay, now apart from what we can find, induced current, you know, induced EMF, and it's a cross loop, then induced current will flow. That's nothing but E by what? R. You find induced EMF divided by the resistance of that loop. So what is R here? Resistance of the loop, or you can also write like this way. Sorry, 1 by R and d phi by what? dt. No problem? Yes. Okay. So remember here, R is the resistance of the loop. Okay, complete resistance. Okay, induced current you wrote, then you can write induced charge. Once it was asked in our exam also, induced charge. Yes, you can write induced charge. So what is induced charge? Watch carefully. We know that general current equation, current is equal to what? dq by dt, right? So what is dq? Let's write here. dq is nothing but what? Induced current into what? dt, right? Induced current into what is induced current again? This much. So you multiply dt here, dt get cancelled. So simply getting induced charge, you can simply write what? Simply minus what? d phi by what? R. Change in flux by resistance, that's called what? Your induced charge. Okay. Okay. Then induced power also you can say, induced power. So power you can write by like simply integration of what? Like we know EMF induced like V square by R, right? Into time. So into what? dt. That's what your power. Heat, they ask just heat only, E square by R, right? Okay. Depending, you can write I square R also. Okay. No problem. So power you can write VI, sorry, I wrote here induced power. Okay, power means what? We are not talking power. This is I am talking about induced heat. Okay, because power is what? Just E square by R, right? VI is V square by R. Okay, so I am talking about induced heat. Okay, so this is power. E square by R is the power. V square R into what? Time. Okay, 0 to t some time is given supposed to you. Okay, so you have to integrate simply. And one more thing they ask here, this is called induced electric field, and this is also called Faraday's law. Okay, again. Okay, so induced electric field is what? When flux is changing, magnetic field changing, magnetic flux is changing. So this changing magnetic flux will induce a electric field also. Okay, so how that's given? That's given by this law, simply integration of your electric field over small length. Okay, yes, over small length is simply equal to what? Look here, you can write like this way, E dot dl. Okay, yes, so simply equal to what? Minus d phi by dt, rate of change of what? Magnetic flux. Because what is electric field into length is what? Potential. Yes, electric field into length is called potential. So potential also that one only, EMF, right? EMF induced, that's what? d phi by dt. So this is also called Faraday's law. Okay, keep in mind. So not much important for NEET people, but it was asked in ends. Okay, so these are the induced parameters. Few things apart from your induced EMF, induced current, induced charge. Okay, okay. Small graphical relation also they have asked. Suppose you draw a graph between what? You draw a graph between current versus what? Time. This is what your induced current, write it properly. Induced current, this versus time graph. Suppose you draw a graph here, any shape of graph. Okay, yes, correct. Then you calculate area of this graph. Current into time. What is current into time? Is what? Charge. So area under what? Induced current and time curve gives what? Gives what? Induced charge. Induced charge. Okay, so if you draw a graph, you will get that answer, right? Yes. Okay, look here, once more I am reminding that you want to get induced EMF, then you need a changing flux. So a constant flux cannot induce what? Your EMF. So write it very importantly that a constant flux cannot induce what? EMF. Okay, it's very important, very small point, but constant flux will not induce any EMF. I give example also sometime, like current flowing constant, then okay, suppose remember the very first example I gave here in this, I want to modify that and I want to write one example like this way. Suppose some current is flowing this wire I, okay, and this loop is just placed nearby it, okay, and current is what? Constant. This current is what? Constant, right? Yes, this current constant. Then I am asking you, is there an EMF induced here? You say no, because constant current flowing, so constant EMF is flux is induced in this loop, so that will cannot induce your EMF, so E will be 0. But same picture I modify like this way. This is a wire and this is a loop, and again I is what? Constant here. Constant current is flowing through this, keep in mind. Then this loop is moving away or close to this. Loop is moving. Here loop was stationary, right? Now loop is moving, and how I said loop is moving away. Now EMF is induced. Answer is what? Yes, EMF will be induced. Why? Because this loop is moving away. So what is the direction of field due to this current? Inward. Correct. Now this loop is moving away. Away means the magnetic field that produced here will reduce, because remember magnetic field due to a wire is what? Mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Inversely varies with distance. This loop moving away, magnetic field in this loop is what? Decreasing. Magnetic field decreasing inward direction. So the field or flux due to induced current will be also in inward direction. So a current will flow here what? Clockwise current will flow to produce an inward field, right? Suppose this loop is moving towards, then field will increase here. So the field due to or flux due to induced current will be what? Outward. So then anti-clockwise current will flow. Hope you understood all this, right? Okay. Now what we're talking? We're talking now numerical equations, okay, based on our EMF formula. So what is main formula we have? E is equal to what? Minus d phi by dt. Okay. Then phi we know is what? NBA cos theta. So something will be changing. Okay. First, so total 5 type of equations you can see, because sometimes directly flux change equation is given, sometimes number of turn changing, magnetic field changing, area changing. I will give all patterns. I will discuss all pattern with you. Okay. And very simple question they asked to us. Okay. So first I am directly writing like flux changing is given to you. Okay. And they are asking that what is EMF induced. So how they ask question here? I am writing one example. So suppose they say that flux linked with a coil of resistance 10 ohm changes with respect to time as flux equation given. Suppose 3t square plus 10t plus what? 5. This is the equation given to you. Find induced current in what? Say 1 second. Correct. The flux linked with the coil is changing of resistance given 10 ohm is changing as this equation. Directly flux equation is given to you. Correct. Find the induced current in what? 1 second. So EMF is induced what? Minus d phi by dt. Means you have to differentiate this. Remember, induced EMF always negative. Okay. Always put a minus sign. So in options was given like plus 5 volt and minus 5 volt, then always answer is what? Minus 5 volt. Okay. Yes. So look here, flux changing. So what is given here? Flux equation given this much. We need d phi by dt, means you have to differentiate that. So I am writing 6t plus 10. I have differentiated that equation. Hope you know this, right? Then time is given to you. How much time given? Time is given to you what? 1 second. When you put here, it becomes what? 6 plus 10 means what? 16. So minus 16 volt, right? Unit is what? Just normal potential only, right? Then they are asking induced current. Induced current is induced EMF by resistance. So minus 16, okay, by what? 10. So you said what? Minus 1.6 ampere. In current there is not important to write like plus or minus. EMF they write maximum time as negative sign. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, this is a direct flux, or how else they can ask you more easy. They say that the flux in the coil changes from 10 Weber to what? 50 Weber in what? 0.1 second. Means directly initial and final flux is given. So directly you can write this equation nothing but you can write like E is also equal to what? Minus phi 2 minus phi 1 by what dt, right? Directly initial flux, final flux given, take the difference by time, that gives what direct induced EMF, or this equation format like that way. Okay, now we'll talk how the equation when area and magnetic field are changing. Okay, once more, E is equal to minus d phi by dt, this is the main equation, then phi is equal to what? NBA cos theta, right? Okay, so now we're talking how the equation based on like magnetic field is changing. Same question they ask like we have did for flux, magnetic field is changing according to some equations given to you. They will ask you how much EMF induced. Okay, let's see one example here. Suppose there's a coil of 100 turns, okay, has radius of 1 centimeter, placed is plane perpendicular to field which is given by, okay, some equations given. Let's say B is given like this way, 3t square plus 2t plus what 6 something, okay, anything, okay. Yes, find EMF induced in some time will be given in what time is equal to 0.1 second something, okay, anything. So just like you did for flux equation was given, same field equation is given to you. So I'm writing like E is equal to what? Minus d phi by dt. So from this equation, n is a constant, area constant, cos theta is constant, what changing? dB by dt, right now, minus. Okay, so first let's do this term separately. Differentiate B. When you differentiate B, what are you getting? What is dB by dt? Differentiate that, you got 6t plus 2. And let's put the time is given to what? 0.1 that becomes 2.6, right? That's your dB by dt. Now we can put all the values. So you say EMF is what? Number of turn given 100, area is a circular coil I should say properly. Radius is what? 1 centimeter. So pi r square, pi into 10 power minus 4. Cos theta is given 0, means what? 1, okay, because plane is perpendicular to field lines. So angle between area vector and what your field lines become 0. dB by dt is given what? 2.6. That will be your answer. 2 0 you can cancel. So something like minus 2.6 into pi into 10 power minus 2 volt, that will be your answer. Or more easy, how they can ask you initial field is given, final field is given. They said the field in a coil varies from like 2 Tesla to what? 6 Tesla in what? Some time 0.1 second. What is EMF induced? So directly you can write dB by t like B2 minus B1 by t. That's what your directly you can write here, okay. Yes, so this is an example of what? Field changing. Now let's say area changing, okay. How area change they gives? Generally they have asked in our exam, and it's a very important question because three times they have asked exactly similar question to us, okay. How they say? There is a loop given, circular loop. Generally they have asked for circular loop only. Circular loop is there, so inside this magnetic field this loop is either expanding or what? Contracting, right? Or collapsing, right now. So some rate of change of radius will be given, then they will ask you how much EMF is induced, okay. So I'm writing one question here, right. A circular loop is contracting, okay, place in a field of 3 Tesla. A circular loop is placed in a field of 3 Tesla is, okay, its radius, let's write, its radius is shrinking, okay, shrinking at rate of, okay, some rate is given, rate of let's say 1 mm per second, okay. Find EMF induced when its radius is 2 centimeters something, okay. Listen carefully. Circular loop is there placed inside a field of strength 3 Tesla. Its radius is shrinking at the rate of 1 mm per second. Find the EMF induced when the radius is what? 2 centimeter, okay. So look here, this loop was given to you and this loop is what? Shrinking. So rate of change of radius is given to you. They are asking what is EMF induced. So EMF induced is equal to E is what? Minus d phi by dt. So look here, what changing? Area changing now, okay. So look here, N you take outside, B you take outside, cos theta outside, just what you have? dA by dt, correct? Yes. Number of turn not given, no problem. Angle not given, so you take what is maximum, or you say 0 here, okay. B is given to you, so we just need like minus B into what? dA by dt, right? Now what is dA by dt? Watch carefully. What is the area of this loop? Area is what? Pi r square, circular loop, right? What is the area? So let's differentiate this because we need dA by dt. So when you differentiate dA by dt, what is the answer? You get 2 pi r into what? dr by dt. Yes or no? This value you have to put here. So EMF induced is what? Minus b into what? 2 pi r into what? dr by dt. That's will be your answer. And exactly similar question they have asked 3 times to us, okay, in NEET. So E is equal to what? Minus b given how much? 3 Tesla. 2 pi into radius given how much? At what radius they are asking? 2 centimeter. 2 into 10 power minus 2. And rate of change of radius also given what? 1 mm per second means 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 minus 2 minus 5. And this becomes how much? 4, 3. So minus 1.2 pi into 10 power minus 4 volt you can write answer, okay, like that one, okay. Yes. So this was example how the area is changing, right now. Yes. Or directly also they can give. They say that we have a loop of area what, like they say that a, and suddenly shrink so that area becomes what? A by 2, a by 3. Then they ask you like what is the EMF induced. So directly you can try change in area like del A, or value also can be given. This area is given 100 centimeters, suddenly shrink to what? 20 centimeters square. What is the EMF induced? You can write change in area here, okay, like directly. These are direct questions. Same for question for field, same for flux also, okay. Okay. This example. So I gave example of magnetic field changing, area changing, angle changing. I will talk at the end when we learn our devices like dynamo or your generator. Then we will see here. Okay. Number of turn is very easy. I am not giving example. They said number of turn. Generally they don't ask this question because changing a number of turn is what very hard job. Okay. So even they give that the number of turn coil changes from 100 to 50 in this much time. Calculating EMF induced, you can write change in E and like n2 minus n1 by t. That's all, okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Apart from this, some question they have asked like this one, where we have to tell direction of the induced EMF. Like this question was very important. Bar magnet falling through a ring, or you say solenoid something. This question was asked in our exam. It's very interesting. Look here. They said there is a ring is there placed perpendicular to this board, and a bar magnet is falling through what? This ring. Say north pole here, south pole here, is falling like that way, then coming out here, right? This will be south pole, that will be north pole. So they said if freely fall, bar magnet freely fall, is acceleration is what? G. When it's falling through a ring, then what's the acceleration while entering in the ring and while leaving the ring? They are asking acceleration whether it's more than g, less than g, or equal to g. This question was asked, okay. So look here, when this magnet is falling, coming close to this ring, okay, ring is placed perpendicular to board like this way, okay, and this magnet is falling through that ring. So when it's falling here, this north pole is coming, so north pole producing field like this one, right? Yes. So field through this loop is what? Increasing. North pole coming, this magnet coming close and close, right? So magnetic field due to that pole is what? Increasing. Yes, increasing. So flux increasing this coil means what? Induced current will be there, that will try to reduce this flux, okay. So what happens? You want to oppose this, so we want to know what is the direction of the current produced here, okay. You watching this ring from the top, not from this side, okay, is perpendicular board. So north pole coming here, here south pole on the top surface it will develop. Which pole? South pole. So what will happen? No, I said wrong, sorry. This is my mistake. Okay, north pole coming here, field is increasing downwards. Our field will be what? Upward. Correct? Now we will try to reduce that field. Upward, if you grab your hand, then current is coming like that if you watch carefully. Okay, that you can also write like simply your north pole. Actually, similar pole will be induced on the top surface. Okay. Yes, if you see direction of current like this way, so this represented by our north pole also, if you can see like that way. So north pole coming, so what will happen on the top surface, top side that you are watching from here, then north pole will be developed here. So north and north pole will repel each other. Repel each other means the velocity or acceleration of this magnet is what reduced. This is before entering, okay. Before, you say right, while entering into the ring, this is your ring, right? What happens? Acceleration will be less than what? G. Acceleration reduced because similar pole with there, repulsion will happen. But now when it's leaving, then what happens? When it's leaving, then what happens? The magnetic field is going away now. Magnetic field inside this loop is what? Reducing because your magnet is going away. Field reducing, so our field will also produce what in same direction, downward direction. Now direction of current becomes opposite. So what happens, north pole is developed on the bottom surface now. Initially while entering, north pole is developed on the top surface. Now north pole will develop on bottom surface, north and south will attract each other. So again what happens, while leaving again acceleration will what, less than g only. In both case acceleration is what, less than g. Same question was asked for solenoid also, that this bar magnet is falling through a solenoid, and what happens, like this way. Okay, exactly same answer, not change. Okay, while entering also what happens, acceleration is less than g, while leaving also acceleration less than g. Okay, suppose this question they ask that two rings are placed perpendicular to each other, correct? So if current is changing in any one coil, whether EMF is induced other coil, what is the answer? No EMF is induced, because the place perpendicular, we need parallel always. Okay, this will talk more in what, mutual induction actually. Okay, yes. Okay, so you can forget this right now. So this all we have done the first topic, where we have to do the basic formula of what EMF induced is what, minus d phi by dt, then phi is what, NBA cos theta. Then you want changing field flux, so you can change number of turns, you can change number of the field, you can change field, you can change area, you can change what, angle also, right? Yes. So please solve questions on this topic, and tomorrow we'll continue this, and we will learn tomorrow the self induction. Okay, till that, bye. Thank you so much, have a good day.